What is going on, everybody? This is episode 4 of the Ask Keto Savage show. 4 episodes in. Let's keep them coming. Alright, so this question is brought to you by Brian. And he asks, I recently started high-volume training for a powerlifting meet in April. I have always tried to consume carbohydrates from paleo-friendly sources. However, I have never attempted to achieve full keto savage adaptation. I like what he did there. Assuming I want to be at full strength in early April, will transitioning into full ketosis now hurt potential strength gains in the next 3 months? Would you advise waiting until my training volume is not as intense to go into full savage mode? Alright, so very good question. So he's doing high volume training. It takes, like I always try and tell clients, it takes about a month to get fully adapted. The more times you switch back and forth, the faster you'll be able to adapt from carbs to ketones. However, the first time you transition, I mean, like I said in the past, most of y'all haven't been keto-adapted since you were an infant. So it's going to take a while for your body to adapt over. So I always try and be conservative and say about a month. Now, my last 6 months in ketosis have been better than, my first 6 months. So the longer you stay keto adapted, the better and more efficient your body becomes at using that ketones as a fuel source. So it basically just keeps getting better and better and better. Now from a short timeline like that, he has a powerlifting meet in April. That's cutting it pretty close. Like he should be, like if he was to start the keto diet today, he would in theory be in ketosis and fully adapted within 4 weeks. Oftentimes sooner. It's kind of based on how much exercise you're doing, what your diet's looking like, how carb sensitive you are, how ketone sensitive you are. But if he's training with high volume or high intensity, that's going to deplete the glycogen reserves that's in your body much faster. So if you were to go all out in your training, you're actually going to adapt into ketosis quicker than if you just sat on a couch and just wandered in your self-grief about the keto-flu symptoms. So the fastest way to get into ketosis is to switch your diet over, kind of deplete your macronutrients, so it kind of jumpstarts that simulation of a starvation mode basically, and then exercise with intensity and volume. That's going to deplete those glycogen stores quicker, and you're going to get fully adapted sooner. So for him, personally speaking, it's really just based on individual. If he was to start today, he would be adapted, and then he would fully be in ketosis by the time of his meet in April. Now, he is going to lose some strength in those few weeks of adaptation, even up to a month. So is he going to benefit on that meet if he was to just stay eating carbohydrates and then start the keto diet after the meet? Possibly, yes. However, if he was to go ahead and adapt quickly, deplete those glycogen reserves, get fully adapted with like a month or two before his competition. Like if he started today, got adapted by, let's just say, mid-February, he'd have all of the rest of February and March, so about a month and a half before his competition in April. In theory, he should be ready to go, fully adapted, feeling good by then without any questions about it. Now, he might give up some of that strength gain he would have in that month and a half, and in that month adaptation process, but in all honesty, you're not going to put on that much strength in 1 month. Me, I would prefer to just get adapted as quickly as possible. I mean, he could adapt as quickly as 1 week if he was, really on top of his stuff. And then he'd have all that time to be fully adapted and be feeling good before his meet. So that's what I would recommend. If you just want to play it safe, though, then just do what you're doing, stay dependent on the carbohydrates, and then go to ketosis after the meet. So kind of a vague answer, not really applicable to the broad audience. It's really just kind of an individual basis, step by step. But yeah, I mean, you can take some steps to quickly adapt and then be good for the meet. So that's what I'd recommend. All right, Brian, I appreciate it, man. He did not give any social media channels to shout out to, but he wants a physical book. So he's in Chicago, so I will be mailing a book to Chicago ASAP. Appreciate it, Brian. Take care.